They say the race is going to come down to Kelly Chewbacca and Senator Murkowski. So anyone who votes for Pat Chesborough first and ranks Senator Murkowski second, that vote is going to become a vote for Senator Murkowski.
So Ballot Measure 2 is her key to winning?
Yeah. While we were working on Ballot Measure 2 and voting for Ballot Measure 2, we have Senator Murkowski in mind the whole time.
Did she sponsor that?
She stayed quiet, and honestly, it was probably best she stayed quiet on that.
Ballot Measure 2 asks voters to pick second and third choice candidates, in addition to their favorite, and those preferences are counted if no one wins a majority, since they might want the second choice votes of their opponent's supporters. Some people's ballots don't end up counting in the final results, if they haven't specified a second or third choice.
Because in Alaska, overall it helps if you're more progressive, because it selects more moderate candidates. And between you and me, Ballot Measure 2 was actually created. I think it was created for two reasons. Number one, it was created because there were people in the state who wanted to see a better system. But they also wanted Lisa to get reelected. And the big thing that's going to get more progressives elected, it was the two other portions, the ranked choice voting and the open primaries.
And actually, so our comms director, his name is Shay, he was the comms director for Ballot Measure 2. That was his job previously, so that's how we know him.
I would just talk to Shay, honestly, just about his experience with Ballot Measure 2 and voting reform. I would limit your conversation to just that, because it's probably not appropriate to discuss anything else.
Because he works for the campaign.
Yeah.
So he can't say too much.
And like I can't say too much, but I trust you, you know.
Would you say this Ballot Measure 2 definitely gives her a better chance for the primary?
I think that she is definitely going. I mean, if the system were different, I can't say whether or not this has benefited her. I will say, like, it benefits coalition style candidates, and she's definitely a coalition style candidate.
I know a lot of people who are working on Ballot Measure 2. I don't think Shay's ever worked for Senator Murkowski, but I know a lot of other people who worked on that did have worked for Senator Murkowski. So Calandra and Associates, they're a consultant that works for the campaign right now. They worked on Ballot Measure 2, and the founder and one of the employees, Rachel and Jackson, they are both former Murkowski staffers. Brian Duff, you know Brian, he actually used to work for Calandra and Associates. I bet he probably helped with Ballot Measure 2 as well.
Wow, so there's a happy family working on behalf of Lisa, but with pretense that they were working on the ballot measure. So everybody has been we're connected with her.
Big time.
Did she sponsor that?
She stayed quiet, and honestly, it was probably best she stayed quiet on that.
Publicly, but she was behind it.
Yeah, she supports it. Yeah.
From the get-go.
Yeah.
Right.
I think she technically stayed neutral, but while we were working on Ballot Measure 2 and voting for Ballot Measure 2, we have Senator Murkowski in mind the whole time.
You're not going to see the campaign come out and necessarily support progressive things. I mean, behind closed doors, we have talks. You know, yeah, they framed it basically. You know, this gives you more choice. This makes it so we have better candidates. You know, if it was a progressive measure, it wouldn't really work. And,
yes.
Yeah.
So inside our campaign, there's a lot of registered Dems, right?
There's a good amount, actually. Yeah.
We're being strategic with our messaging. Walking a fine line, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Good.
To try to get her elected.
So Southeast is pretty, a lot of registered Democrats. And so going to the Southeast Fair, that's who I encountered. They were like, I'm a registered Democrat, but I want to vote for Lisa. She's definitely getting in the primary with the ranked choice voting.
That was very strategically done in the way it was framed to ensure that she wins the primary.
And it'll also help us in the general too, big time. Every single Pat Chesborough voter who ranks Senator Murkowski second, we get their votes. If we can get people to do that, then we have it in the bag.